texting on your
chocolate touch,
chocolate or
razor.
Those are the days though.
Those were the days.
And getting the first phone is a pretty freeing feeling.
It was.
Yeah.
You felt like you were like an adult because you're like, man, I can go out and like if I need to call my parents, I can just call them on speed dial. Like,
yeah. It was kind of crazy, like, of the era that we grew up. It was, like, right when, like, so the time that we were starting to get cell phones and all that. It was, like, right when smartphones were, like, hot, like a thing. You know what I mean? So it's I remember, I think we all had some sort of, like, flip phone or something beforehand, right? Yeah. And then I remember the first time I got, like, it was I think it was the Nokia 5800 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was a touch screen, like, had a call and end button at the bottom, but there was a touch screen on it. I remember being just fucking blown away, zonked by the fact that I could get on the internet on that.
And those phones were literally bulletproof.
Plugged into anything, like I was freaking out.
You could literally put a revolver right to that phone and shoot it, and it would still work.
But all 6 shots, and you could still make a call.
But yeah, I agree. It was like you felt like you were like in the new age of technology, like the new world. Like you're like, whoa, like I have a touch screen phone. Like I could play Tetris from the touch screen. Like play a little ball game.
Oh yeah, Brick Breaker.
Brick
Breaker on the BlackBerry.
On the BlackBerry, your dad's BlackBerry.
God,
just
dude.
rip it.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of those like hand-me-down Blackberries.
Kids now though get phones and iPads and all that at
when they're infants.
when they're like little kids.
Yeah, when they're children.
It's easier just to give them an iPad than to like entertain your kids. You know.
Yeah. I agree. Like you see kids at restaurants all the time with iPads, and it's kind of sad because it's
sad.
like you're not like these kids are like just being like hypnotized by.
I think that's really sad because
Well, and like imagine like the social aspect of it, like growing up in middle school and every kid in the class has Snapchat. Imagine the amount of like shit that's being talked and people being like left out of things and
yeah.
like
Yeah, no,
there's no way it's a good thing for them.
Certainly not. No, I give all the credit in the world to like listening into, because I didn't have siblings, I didn't have any like cousins my age. So like when I was a kid, I'd listen into all the adult conversations. There weren't iPads that sit in front of me. So, and I credit that to why I got good at like talking at a young age. Like I was like always very like, even I wasn't, I was like completely dicking around in school, but I was very like punctual all the time, and I had a good vocabulary because it's like I had no other option but to sit there and just try to be a part of those. And now
there's kids now that like you
playing
can
fucking
you
Flappy
say
Bird.
something to them and they're sitting there and they don't even like look back up at you.
That's the scariest thing,
That's
man.
like,
Is when
come on,
when
buddy.
you like say something and they're just like they're just like one with they're just connected to it. It's just like holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Like there could be like an emergency around you and you're just like
Yeah, right.
stuck on this.
Yeah, social skills are really important, honestly. Like they can get you far in the world, just being able to talk to people. Like it's crazy, like because it's like, in school you're always like learning all this arithmetic and all these different facts and whatever it may be that you're learning. Like, but it's like if you can't communicate with anybody, like, what can you really like bring to the table? Like, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, with any job too, like just having like people skills on top of it, like could increase your salary or your potential to like move up by a ton. Like if you're an engineer who's like goes socially, like opens up a whole nother like avenue of opportunities than would be if you're not socially inept. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's like you can have all the data in the world and know all the different calculations and all that, but like a lot of stuff can be done on the computer too. Like I feel like. But at the same time, it's like, but having that like in your head combined with, being able to socialize and like hold a conversation or like get an idea out can make the world a difference. For sure.
I agree.
It's very interesting how we're going to see the new generation kind of handle that. Like, because it's like, who really knows, what these kids are going to be like, 'cause it's like.
You think they're going to take football away? Like, not full-time football, but, like, grade school, elementary school football.
Yeah.
I hate
Unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, but because they're doing it in little tidbits.
Yeah.
Like they're taking away
starting to
kickoffs.
combine
chipping it away,
they're combining grades.
Combining grades, right? And then like there's a bunch of new rules about tackling, and they're taking away kickoff, and slowly
It's gonna
but
become
sure,
flag.
it'll become flag football, and then people will be like, well, why are we even playing this?
Yeah,
You know
what
what
are
I
we
mean?
doing?
And then that will be that, and
Let's just make
football.
our kids play pickleball.
Don't shit on pickleball.
Pickleball is pretty
pickleball, dude. It's
But
a great game for
growing
all
up,
ages.
playing football, like those are some of the best memories.
Oh my god, yeah. When do you think it starts then? So like when do you think like
Eighth,
that was
like eighth
like
grade.
8th grade. I was gonna say 7th, 8th grade.
Which is crazy.
Which is I mean late. You know what I mean? Like that's like I feel like there's I don't yeah it's late.
And it's like Pee Wee football was crazy because like kids used to rock each other.
Oh yeah,
in
'cause
Pee Wee
there was
football.
always you know 1 or 2 or 3 guys that were far bigger than everybody else, and they would just deck everyone. But it was funny. You know? Like,
it built like a little bit
yeah,
of like
it builds you a
toughness.
little bit of character going into high school.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely, dude.
That's a good point though. That, like kids, like the kids' sports, like they're kind of they're chipping away at it. Like it's just like another like, and I think it's like what it like. I'm just very interested to see like what kids like our generation like with that aspect of like the social aspect of like not making friends through sports and like all of that like being put on the back burner, and on top of like what we were talking about with like technology and like them being too into like the computers and all, like how's this going to equate with like kids like in our next generation? Like,
You know, like what do they do? Like what do they do? What are they into?
right, like, or like how is society going to function like differently, like because these kids are not getting proper socialization. I mean, and add on top of it like the effects of when the pandemic was going on, like these kids are, you know, were learning from home and all that. Like put that on top of it, like think about the concept even of like a snow day. Like that's completely out the door at this point. Like
Yeah, because you can just go.
and
Remote
that was something
at
that we'd
home
all
day.
wake up in the morning and flush the toilet 2 times and turn around and pray that the
Well, I mean, you literally watch your school on the bottom
yeah,
of the TV
yeah,
screen.
on the ticker.
That was
Yeah.
pretty electric. Like
It was.
with your PJs on inside out, watching the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doing
just,
all the
like,
traditions,
hyped to,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
call up the
yeah.
boys after. Like, what are we doing today,
we're
fellas?
going sledding,
Where
playing
are we
snow
going?
football. Like,
yeah,
oh
like,
my gosh,
we're fucking
man.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's like that is gone now. Like, you know, and a lot of that stuff, it's just like, because
Yeah,
now
like,
kids
you
are
gotta
just
like
going to
kids
learn
be
online.
kids
like,
still. Like,
Right.
there's a, I don't know, but they all want to be inside and on their phones.
Online.
yeah.
Do you guys?
Do you think? All right. Do you think? Sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to
no,
cut you.
good.
Kids, do you think there's more like gamer kids now, like video games now more than like when we grew up? Because I feel like even when we grew
Absolutely.
up, it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
everyone was playing video games.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
I think
kids
it's-
now, do you think it's like everyone?
Yeah, and now kids like I think like more so than I mean like when they're not playing video games, they're like watching someone else play video games. Like
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like the
Like
streamers.
watching
on
us play.
Twitch.
Hey,
Right,
watch-
right.
check out
Like watching
like-
Battlefront 2. Check out the stream.
Twitch.tv/TJ Pod.
Check us out. Battlefront 2 coming out live again this week.
Yep. And maybe
what missions? What missions?
I think we're on Magito.
Yeah.
No, we already did.
No, we
Magito.
beat that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
Tune in.
tune in. We're gonna be playing. But I think to answer your question, yes. I think kids are playing a lot more video games now, and like, I mean, I don't think that's
Fortnite had
necessarily
what
a
ride.
bad thing. Like, I think they try to give video games a lot of bad flack, and like I do think there's negative effects to it. Like if you're playing all day, but like you know. I think it's a good social aspect. I mean, think about like I still have great memories playing like Halo 3 with my friends online and like Call of Duty and like all those games
Sure.
back in the day, like playing Michael Myers, like in Modern Warfare 2 and like playing like you know all those different games. I mean, like there's definitely like a space for it, but I agree like kids need to go out and play. They need to go outside and play. Like it's good for physical activity. It's good for creativity. Like I remember just like getting like the plastic lightsabers from like
Yeah.
Target or Walmart or whatever, any department store, and like going out in the woods and playing and pretending like we landed on Endor and playing Star Wars, like you know, like and like just creating stuff. Like that's the thing I think that's gonna really hurt a lot of kids is just being able to create, you know, and be creative, because that's a big like part of development of kids is like being able to imagine stuff and imagination.
It's
like
not all just like given to you. Yeah, but I was just say like when we were in our neighborhood, it was like Lord of the Rings when that came
Right.
out. Every kid, we all had the swords, and we'd go out and we'd play, and it only worked if everybody was all in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you had to all
everybody
be
had
in
to
on
be
it,
in
yeah.
character. So and
yeah.
it's, it built like a sense of community and like creativity. So it was good. But now it's. I mean, if it's just like given to you, I think you're right. You're losing some kind of aspect
right
of
if
like
you're just playing a
development. It's
game
just-
like
yeah,
you know that's already been created by some company, like it's like
just mindlessly.
Yeah,
Right.
your character's already created.
Yeah,
like, you're-
yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah,
of
and it's like-
character.
yeah, so being able to like create, I think, is really what's hurting a lot of the next generation. It's just like that that being deprived of that because, yeah, like I said, it's just like I think it's very important for the development of the brain just to be able to think outside the box.
Sure.
Even if you're just playing pretend, like.
Right. No, absolutely.
But like also just like playing games outside, like capture the flag and cops and robbers,
Even like wiffle ball
or wiffle ball or kickball or kick the can.
We used to
or
shoot
whatever it may be.
airsoft guns at each other, like
Yeah.
recklessly.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody would turn around and then, bop, right in the back,
Yeah.
just to see what it felt like.
You know what even though we're up next for dealing with the other side of it, you know what I really just never hope goes away?
What?
Is ding dong ditching.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like,
Ring doorbells are hurting that. Ring
Yeah.
doorbells are hurting
like
that.
I'll be genuinely sad if I'm not inconvenienced by getting up to answer
Right.
the door and no one's there and I hear fucking little kids laughing.
Or
you know,
even
down
like,
the road.
even though you're not that mad, like chasing after him a little
yeah,
bit. Like, why not?
Yeah, right. Like,
Just-
they'll be talking about that for weeks.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, oh, you got him so good.
The anonymity of it is gone because of Ring doorbells, like because they have it all on camera now. Like everybody's got door cameras and like all that, so it's like it takes away like being able to run and hide. Like it's like once you get away, they'll just look back at the footage and be like, oh, that's that's Robert's
And
kids,
it's a little
like and then they're
Jimmy
calling
from
you
down
out.
the street.
Yeah, it's a little Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like as opposed to like back in the day, like when you used to ding people, it was like you ran off into the bushes and you were gone. Like they didn't know who the hell it was. Like
Right.
so like
Yeah, imagine getting caught on a ring doing
Yeah,
that. The
exactly.
door- the door
Lame way to
kid.
get snagged.
I
Like,
know. It's
how are kids supposed to have fun anymore?
right. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they're figuring it out.
yeah, that's that we can be sure of.
yeah.